Yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Stacks, and I'm back at you with another episode of Grew Up Inside. First and foremost, before I go any further, big shout out to all my subscribers, everyone that have been viewing my videos, hitting like, commenting, supporting anyway. I appreciate y'all 1,000. You know what I'm saying? And to all my new subscribers, I appreciate y'all 1,000. And if you guys haven't done it yet, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button with the notification bell. That way, every time I drop a new video, y'all know about it first. You know what I'm saying? Today, man, what I'm going to talk about is extortion. All right? There's a lot of different ways that people go about extorting people. And there's a lot of different things that you can get extorted for. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest reasons for extortion is because, you know, people are in there and they don't have no one on the outside. You know? Like, somewhat, you may think, okay, if I ever go to jail, I'll be good because, you know, my family's going to take care of me and send me X amount of money every week. You know what I'm saying? But for everyone, it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, at least I know I was. A lot of people, feel bitter because of that. You know what I'm saying? And especially if, you know, they hear someone bragging about it a lot. Oh, I just got a letter from my girl and blah, 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 and from my mom and this and that. They just send me this money and here, look at my pictures and blah, 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 blah. Like, that's why, you know, I never did that type of stuff. You know, if I ever got mail and shit like that, I kept it to myself. You know, pictures. A lot of guys would always show pictures of their family and of their girl and stuff. And, you know, I never really got into that. You know what I mean? Like, that's my family. They're my peoples. You know, they're supporting me, not you. Like, there's no reason to mix the two. You know what I'm saying? But like for the guys that, you know, weren't getting mail and, you know, weren't getting visits and weren't getting money and stuff like that, you know, there were a lot of times really angry people. You know what I'm saying? And really, really bitter at that fact, you know, that they were doing time by themselves, you know, because it is hard. It is hard, you know, and I know that I could say that I know where they're coming from and how they feel because, you know, I've been down that road. You know, during my stretch, I didn't always have people supporting me. You know, shit like that would come and go. You know, there was only really like one person that stuck by my side the whole time. That was like my dad, you know, and, you know, he can't really read and write like that. So I wasn't getting letters from him, you know, but he would answer my phone calls, you know, and we'd correspond to each other like that. You know, but, you know, there was times that I didn't hear from him 6 months, 7 months straight, you know, maybe I'd be in trouble or something like that, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't really hear from him like that. And, you know, so-called girlfriends, they come and go, you know, 85% of the time, if you go to jail or, you know, lock up or whatever, and, you have a girl, she's not gonna last with you, bro. You know, if you're doing any type of significant amount of time, you know, 6 months down the road, the letters kind of start, you know, going from every 3 days to one a week. You know, 9 months down the road, it goes to, you know, 2 letters a month, you know, one every 2 weeks. A year down the road, it goes to a letter every fucking month and a half. A year and a half goes down the road, you know, and then the phone calls stop going through. And then the letters stop completely, you know, and it really upsets people. And some guys can't handle it, and some guys can. So, you know, that's like one of the main reasons for extortion. People don't have nothing, you know, and we're in there starving. They're feeding us 3 TV dinners a day. I call them TV dinners because they're only fucking that big. You know what I'm saying? And like the shit is nasty half the time. You know what I mean? And, you know, we're starving, man. And guys are in there working out constantly. You know, testosterone pulsing, and, you know, it's obvious that in an environment like that, the strong are going to weed out from the weak. You know what I'm saying? And those that are weak, you know, it's sad to say, they get preyed upon, you know, and only you can stop that from happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, only you can, you know, fight for what's yours, what you believe in, what you stand for, and what you have, because you don't really have much in there. So, you know, if someone comes to try and take that, you're supposed to go, you know, to the death if you have to. You know what I'm saying? For a lack of better terms. So, like, yeah, guys get really angry and shit. So, you know, they're extorting people, you know, and they'll come and run game on them, something like this, you know. And these guys are like fucking pros at picking this shit out. You know, someone will come in and you can tell that they're scared, you know. They get off orientation and, you know, we're outside at rec and they're just kind of walking by themselves, nervously, eyes darting around, glancing at everyone, you know. And then dude will come up and hit him, you know, put his arm around him and hit him with the, the guys over there said they trying to, you know, take your shit. You know what I mean? And he's going to be like, what, really? And feed into it. And then as soon as he's what, really? And instead of being like, man, I don't give a fuck. As soon as he's, oh, what, really, who? He got him. He got him right there. He's like, yeah, them guys over there, you know what I mean? They said they're going to come over here and jump you, you know, but, you know, they all kind of listen to me. You know, I'm kind of the leader of that group over there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you want, I can keep them guys off your ass, you know, because they're cool with me and they listen to me. But, you know, just give me some X amount, give me this and that. I'll keep them guys off your ass for you. Just pay me this and that, you know? And it'll like trick him into thinking that, you know, someone is actually his friend, you know, and dude'll fucking cook with him every night. And, you know, they might even set up a fake play, you know what I'm saying? Where someone's going to come up and shoulder check you, and next thing you know, that there's 3 guys about to jump you, and then homie comes up and save you. Yo, hold on. He's cool. This is my homie. He's good. And make it look like he's actually saving you when all along they were all in cahoots. And that fucking $40 every week or $15 every week that you giving him for food, you know, is getting split up amongst the homies. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, but like that's the way it goes. And there's easy ways to nip that shit in the bud. Like I said, like, Dude, when dude comes up and, you know, approaches you like, yeah, that's the group of guys. They said they're going to come and fuck you up. Well, let them come fuck me up then. Let them come fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? What's up? You riding or not? You know, and then you nip it in the bud like that. And if it like goes any further from that and he don't walk away, you know what I mean? You just steal off and then you do what you got to do. If they jump you, they jump you. But at least they know that you're going to fight, you know, and they're not going to try to get nothing out of you again. You know what I'm saying? So that's one form of extortion right there. Dude will come up and, you know, pretend he's your friend and act like he's protecting you when all along everyone's in cahoots. You know what I'm saying? Another way is, just straight up taking it. You know what I mean? You know, dude comes in, same kind of guy, you know, looking scared and nervous. You know what I'm saying? And they just go up to him and hit him with, you know what I'm saying? Like, soon as they comes back to his room with any snacks that he has or any time that opportunity is presented, you know they're going to roll up on him 5 deep and they're going to be like, yeah, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to pay rent. They're going to be like, what? What do you mean pay rent? Yeah, you know, just pay the rent. Pay, you know what I'm saying? They basically going to tell him, like, in other words, you know, you're going to pay us every week for protection. And if you don't, we're going to fuck you up. Every single day, you know, and a very select few guys are going to actually fight. You know what I'm saying? A very select few, even if they were tough guys on the street, super gangster on the street, as soon as he come to jail with no weapons and there ain't nothing there but these, you know what I'm saying? He got 5 guys standing in front of him telling him, you know, give me all your food or we're going to fuck you up. He's going to say, okay, here you go, you know. But thinking that he is going to have to fight every single day, which, you know, you might for the first 3-4 days. You might have to fight 3 or 4 guys, you know. But after that, it's going to stop. If you continue to fight for yourself and you continue to go one step above what they're trying to do you, they're going to leave you alone. So, yeah, you might have to fight. Yeah, you might have to go through some bullshit, but it's not going to last, you know, as long as if it will if you just give it up. Because if you give it up, the rest of your time that you're there and anywhere you go, that incident of you giving it up the first time is going to follow you. And word is going to get around that you're pussy and that you give it up and that, you know, you're easy to extort, you know. And you could like go somewhere else to a different building, a different wing, whatever. And, you know, a kite is going to get sent because we go to like programs together, food prep, school, shit like that. You know what I mean? Different programs. And word will get to wherever you're at. And, you know, then next thing you know, the people from the same organization as this one in this building, though, are going to run up on you like, yeah, such and such is my brother. So whatever you was paying him goes to me now. You know what I mean? And what are you going to do? Like, oh, no, I ain't paying shit. You know, you're not going to be able to because they're going to know that little piece of Kool-Aid is pumping through your heart, you know, and then they're gonna bring it out of you. You know what I mean? And then at that point, if you have already broken it off or already gave it up, and you try not to, it's gonna be worse on you. You know what I'm saying? Rather than if you would have just fought from the get-go. You know what I mean? It's gonna be worse because they're gonna really fucking hammer you to take your shit. You know what I mean? Whether it's money, like every time you come in new, all your clothes you get in the juvenile system are always brand new. You know, in the adult systems, a lot of times these jails and shit, they give you used and recycled shit. Well, in juvenile, they can't. There's certain rights they have to follow, you know, and some of them they do. A lot of them they fucking don't, you know. But one of the things is you get brand new pants, brand new boxers, brand new white tees, brand new color tees, a beanie, a jacket, 2 pairs of sneakers, you know what I'm saying? And at that time, the Reebok Classics were big. So they only had the black on black Reebok Classics with the strap, you know what I mean? And that's one of the things that people will take from you. You know, a guy that's there a year and a half, 2 years, his shits are all run down, leaning on one side, hole in the heel, you know. They'll either wait for you to go to the shower and your room's open by itself, and they'll sneak in there and put their old beat up ass shoes where yours are and take your new ones. You know what I mean? And then you never gonna know because there's so many other people walking around with fresh shoes on. You know what I mean? Unless you put your initials on yours, which is what I always did, because on the inside of the Reebok Classics, the tongue is red. There's a little red spot. You know what I mean? I use black permanent marker and put my initials. That way, if anyone would have done some sneak shit like that, you know, I'll just ask to see everybody's shit. And if you don't, your mother's all types of bitches and whores and sucks cocks in hell for beer money. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's how you would draw someone out, you know, if someone steals from you. Because a lot of times people get extorted like that, too. And it continues to happen because they don't say nothing. You know what I mean? They go to the shower and come back and all their fresh clothes are gone. Or, you know, their fresh pair of sneakers are gone and then it's replaced with old beat up stuff. Basically, when something like that happens, you should go out into a common area where everyone can hear you. And you be like, hey, you know, my room and this and that, whoever took it, you know, you're a pussy, bring it back. If you don't, you're a faggot, da-da-da-da-da. You know, just go ham on them. Say a whole bunch of dirty shit, you know what I'm saying? And 8 or 9 times out of 10, that's going to draw out whoever took it because, you know, they're going to think, oh, this dude's pussy and he's calling us out, you know what I mean? And then that's how you get your shit back. First one to come up to you, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you know you're going to lose, man. You just get off first. Always get off first. As soon as someone comes in arm's length of you and you feel as though you're threatened and shit like that, you just get off first, you know what I mean? Because that's going to be your best bet, you know? So, like, clothes, they'll extort you for, you know? And then once you get into the adult systems, it changes a little bit, you know? But in the juveniles, it's usually just, like, clothes and then, like, snacks. People will extort you for your food. You know what I mean? Like, on every tray, we'll get usually some type of cake or something. And then a lot of people really love the milks. So, you know, they'll hit you with the little letter, you know, they'll bring a letter to someone and it'll be like, you know, I want every milk and every cake from your trays or else we gonna come in there and fuck you up when the door's open. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys do it, man, because, you know, they're just scared. They're scared, you know, and I try to tell people, like, even if you're scared, like, use that fear to your advantage. Because when you're scared or you have fear, it makes your adrenaline go, you know what I'm saying? And your heart starts pumping, boom, boom, boom. And when your adrenaline's really pumping, your senses are on point, you know what I mean? And you just use that fear to escape any type of hits. And, you know, you do what you got to do. Make yourself a little banger. All it takes is just something like this. You know what I mean? This is the fucking pick and poke tattoo thing. All you need is something like that to go in. Because once this goes in, anything behind it's going to follow. You know what I mean? So you get yourself 4 or 5 paper clips, put them right in a row, sharpen them down real good, and, you know, hit them in the neck and break it. Whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do to survive. You got to look at it as though they're trying to take your life over some fucking $25 pair of Reebok Classics. You know what I'm saying? So, another way of extortion is they'll just come up and strong arm it from you and tell you have to pay. You know what I mean? And like I said, don't break it off over here and don't give it up over here and then, get out of this area and go over here and expect not to. Because like I said, word follows, just the same as if you're putting in hella work. You're putting in work and fucking people up and, stabbing people, cutting people, going hard. When you go to this new spot, the word's going to follow you, or 85%, 90% of the time, they're going to know about you already because shit like that makes your name circulate. It gets staff talking about you. It gets residents talking about you. You know what I mean? Like when me and homeboy tried to escape, that whole campus knew who we were. You know what I mean? Whole campus knew who we were. Over a year later, we had like a intramural placement Olympics type thing, and a bunch of different placements came to ours. And we had like flag football, running, jumping, a bunch of shit like that. But people were like coming up to me like, yo, you're the dude that tried to da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? And it's just how it is. You know what I mean? So one thing about it is, like I said, if you fight for it, you're only going to have to fight once. You know what I mean? Let's just say you go hard for your first week. You're going to take some bumps and bruises but 90% of the time in juveniles, they're not going to fucking come with big long knives and stab you up, and they're not going to kill you. They're just testing you, see how much you could take. You know what I mean? So just fight for your shit and don't give it up, because in the end, you're going to have more respect for that. Trust me, So yeah, man, those are some of the ways that people get extorted. You know what I mean? And how you can avoid it. How you nip it in the bud. And if you don't, what's going to ultimately probably happen? It doesn't matter how tough you are. You give it up that one time, you give them a centimeter, they're going to take 10 miles. You know what I mean? If y'all enjoy the content, man, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe with the notification bell. So that way, every time I drop a video, y'all can hear about it first. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed it. Till next time, man. You.